what's up guys, how you all doing, and welcome to this really adventurous Sunday vlog, I guess. I was talking to my sister, as I do most days, about things I missed from my childhood. Because I am an adult, I use that term loosely. Things have changed since 1995 when I was born, and things that I miss. Technology's changed, TV shows have changed, music has changed, all this sort of stuff. So I thought I'd share with you some of the things that I miss, and if you miss them too, then brilliant. Let's begin. One of the main things that has changed, in my opinion, is children's TV. And children's TV, in my opinion, has gone from up here in the 90s to the noughties to the whatever we're calling it now. It's just gone blue. Okay, so that's the first one. That was my all-time favourite TV show. So I'm going to play the second one to you now, and this one might be more obvious around the world. Okay, well that one gave it away straight away. But okay, let me play you the third one. Okay, so that one might be quite difficult if you don't live in the UK, but that again is one of my favourites. Well, it was, it's gone considerably downhill in my opinion. And then finally, do you know this little bear here? This little bear sings, and he's going to sing the song. I'm so cool. So those are four of my favourite TV shows. So we had the Tweenies. If you got that one, well done. Give yourself a little round of applause. That was one of my all-time favourites. I think it stopped being made now, which is really sad. Whenever I turn on CBeebies or whatever. Yes, sometimes I still do watch CBeebies because there's nothing else on. We had Bob the Builder second. Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Again, one of my favourite ones. Whenever I see a yellow cement mixer or a red truck or a crane, I instantly sing the Bob the Builder theme song because I am too cool for school, as we all know. We had Blue Peter. I don't know whether you got that because it's quite an interesting one. That has gone through various changes throughout the years. That's the original one. On Spotify it says it's the classic 60s. And then we had Barney the dinosaur. Ever since I was a child, this was my favourite. I remember waking up early and me just watching Barney, and I remember people singing the I Love You song to me as a lullaby or something like that. Louise, what's that? That's a very fancy tie you're wearing. Nice colours. I wonder what you're going to talk about next. Is it school? That's the thought process you were all going through. I can hear them coming at me through the internet waves. So every child goes to school, or if you're homeschooled then this won't make any sense to you. But there are four things that I miss. I wouldn't say miss, but things that made primary school or elementary or whatever you call it, wherever you are, that made school what it was for me. And the first thing was that we had to wear a tie. It wasn't this tie, it was. Would have been better. But the thing I enjoyed most about school was the assemblies. But the big job was, in an assembly, the big job was if you got to man the projector. So back in the 90s and before laptops and computers and all these things were big and you were using screen projectors onto a smartboard, we had the big boxes, plastic sheets which had the words on, and it projected up onto a screen. And if you got to be in charge of the projector, you were like up there, you were the teacher's favourite. The one thing that you always wanted to do in an assembly is you wanted to be on projector duty. Yeah, that's right, we had a timetable for being in charge of the projector. Throughout the 90s and the noughties, music has changed quite a lot. And I just did about schools, and school discos required a lot of music. But there was always that one kid who outdid everybody. It's time to begin, so count it in. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're both going crazy. It's time to make a raising. I was that kid. Music was and still is a massive part of my life. There were 4 bands or artists that kind of really inspired me and really sort of got me up on that dance floor and making an utter fool of myself, even when I was 5, 6, 7 or 8. Ba-da-ba-dum. That wasn't intended. So we had the S Club 7, we had the S Club Juniors, we had Steps, and then we also had old school Britney before she went a bit cuckoo. So music has changed a lot, and in some ways when I hear 90s music on the radio I'm like, yes, I know this. So the 4th and final section is about life in general, and the one key thing that has changed since I was very small is that life has got digital. Things were on VHS and cassettes, and you know, DVDs weren't a thing. The internet wasn't really a thing. Mobile phones were flip phones and bricks. I remember having the Steps Gold video album on a VHS tape. The first time I watched Moulin Rouge was on a videotape. I used to listen to stories, bedtime stories, on a cassette tape. If you don't know what they are, go Google them. It wasn't all DVDs and iTunes and all this fancy stuff there is now. And I mean, I love what we have now, but I also like what we had in the past, the struggles we had to face when we watched a film on a tape. We had to sit for about 10 minutes as we rewound the tape to the beginning. Otherwise it'd be in the end credits when we watched it again. But it was funny just seeing it all go in reverse. The second thing about the childhood that I had that has changed massively is that Disney films weren't live action. They were all cartoon and all cool, and they all had really awesome songs, and now you have things like High School Musical. I have nothing against these things, but I want the old school ones back, like Lion King or, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White, Cinderella. My favourite Disney film was Cinderella, and I would watch those on tape as well. And yeah, I know that Disney was just going with the times, but kids now, I'm going to go on a little rant here, kids now only really know the live action. People aren't introducing them to like the old school ones. So I'm so glad that Disney's starting to go back to their roots with films like Frozen and Princess and the Frog and Tangled and all these things, because that is what Disney is. Do you remember a time when you could just dress up and go out for no reason? Go to a fancy dress party as whatever you wanted? I miss those times. I miss about being a child, predominantly being a girl child, because I am a girl. Guys might have done this as well, and I'm not being gender specific, was having teddy bear picnics and playing with bears and dolls.
Thank you for all coming today. Very nice to see you all.
Bok, how have you been? Are you ready to have some food?
Because you haven't been eating. Naughty Bok.
Okay, well that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought that I better use my drama skills in a video and not just sit here and talk to a camera. If you liked it, then please give this video a thumbs up, because that will mean a lot to me. And if you want me to do like another one of these childhood nostalgia, childhood memory videos, then give it a thumbs up as well. You can comment down below if you missed anything that I said in this video, or if there's anything else that you miss about being a child, or anything you miss from history in general. And if you want me to do another one of these, then comment down below things that you miss as well, and things that you might want to see me do to make a fool of myself, because I'm more than happy to do that, because I have no self-dignity left. And if you're not already, because I think this is a good opportunity for you to click that subscribe button down there, or on the end card at the end of this video. All my social media is down below as well if you want to keep in touch that way, or don't want to comment down below. And I will see you all very soon. Bye guys.